me check. What? Why am I on that account? That's weird. Okay, I am live. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to Front Porch RealiTea. Today we are going to be talking about the Big Brother 27 premiere. Very excited for the premiere. It was really one of the best premieres we've had in a while. Let's see. Alright. So there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Of course, we have the return of royalty Rachel Riley. Pretty much everyone has figured that out before the premiere, to be honest. From all of the leaks from Janelle to all of the hints that Big Brother's been posting and all of that stuff. It just all added up to Rachel. And we finally got it confirmed that it was her. And we'll see more of her tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm excited to see more of Rachel. But I'm also a little bit like, I have mixed feelings because I really like Rachel and I think she'll bring some fun feeds. But I don't think that they should have a winner on with all the other newbies. Like, it doesn't seem fair to the others, to be honest, because I think they're going to try and get Rachel to win again. I hope they don't. Like, it just feels like they're wanting her to be the second quote-unquote winner of Big Brother, even though Nicole's already did that. But I just feel like they're going to try and get Rachel to win and say that she's the second or the first person to win Big Brother twice, even though Nicole Franzel did, because reindeer games. It's kind of annoying. Okay, anyways, let's talk about who the accomplice is. I'm going to go through the list and say whether I think they're going to be the accomplice or not. I'm not going to talk about Rachel here, but I'll talk a little bit more about her later on. But first we have Adrian. I am not quite sure about Adrian, to be honest. I don't think he is. I am pretty confident that it's going to be one of the women that's the accomplice, just in case they do get voted out. So it'll be an even split between the guys and girls. So I'm not really going to talk about the guys here. I might talk a little bit later, like how I felt about them after the premiere. But right now I'm just going to focus on the women because that's what I think it's going to end up being. I think it's going to be one of the women that's going to be the accomplice. So first, let me roll out one that I am pretty confident that isn't the accomplice. And I'm going to say that is Ashley. So the reason I don't think Ashley is the accomplice, she did want to win the head of household. She wanted to compete. She told Jimmy that she wanted to compete. And I feel like if she was the accomplice, she would have told Jimmy no. Because I feel like whoever is the accomplice does not want to, or isn't supposed to win any competitions or anything. That's another reason why it confirms, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about the guys, but I feel like that definitely confirms Zach, um, and Vince and Jimmy as not being the accomplice because they've all won competitions. And I feel like production would have told the accomplice not to win anything. Because imagine Vince is the accomplice and he won head of household, then all the contestants voted him out. That just doesn't work. And yeah, so I don't think it's gonna be Ashley, Vince, Zach, or Jimmy. Um, then let's see, Morgan. There's a lot about Morgan being the accomplice. One thing there that I've seen a lot is because she's from the Los Angeles area. I think people think that since she's so close, that she'd be the easy pick to be an accomplice. She'd to easy recruit to be an accomplice. She's in Los Angeles already, so it'd just be an easy thing for her to pick up. But I don't think it's Morgan. She seems like a legitimate player, in my opinion. Um, Plus, there's not really evidence in the house that she is the accomplice. Like, there wasn't any clues towards her being the accomplice. Actually, let me pull up pictures of them because just staring at this names are going to be boring. Let's see here. Let's see. Big Brother 27. Okay. No. Is that it? No. One second. My friend texted me. Let me respond real quick. Okay. Anyways, let me pull this up and turn it on to where y'all can view it. No, not the anti-track. Here we go. Okay. So, let me scroll down to Morgan. I wish it was a better setup on this, but it's alright. Morgan. So this is Morgan. I think this would probably help y'all with names too. It helps me sometimes seeing the people, putting the names to the faces. So yeah, I don't think it's Morgan. I just don't think there's any evidence towards her being the accomplice, even though a lot of people think she is. Let me see, like, if I can find, like, reasons why people think she's the accomplice. But she's one of the names I've seen the most, think that she's the accomplice, and I just don't. I don't know. A lot of people think it's because Morgan, um, Los Angeles. Still, I don't think that's the reason, but um, let's see. I think it's her because she's a gamer. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing. Like, I don't think it's Morgan at all. Um, okay, here's another one that people are thinking that I'm not sure about, to be honest. Just scroll up real quick. Where is she? Ashley. People think that Ashley's the accomplice because let's see. Apparently, she was an intern at Paramount Pictures in 2022, so people think there's a connection there, and I'm not sure about that. Also, people think um, through a connection of Hannah Chada from season 23. That doesn't make sense either. Like, sure, she's friends with Hannah, but, like, that doesn't really count. Um, let's see. Yeah, I just don't think it's Ashley. Um, let's actually talk about one that does have some kind of like stuff behind it, in my opinion, which is Ava. Ava, we saw in the premiere, like right after they turned on the lights, Ava and Keanu were running back in from the kitchen. I think. I think it was what that happened, but um, Ava and Keanu were running back into the living room from the kitchen. Everyone else were in the living room, or was in the living room. So people think Ava and Keanu ran out, or Ava or Keanu ran to the kitchen, or whatever. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Um, I don't think it's Ava. And also, if it was, I think Keanu would probably tell everyone immediately because he was right there with her and he probably saw her doing whatever if she was. I just don't think it's Ava. Let's see. Who else do we have? Kelly. Kelly, I have seen a few things for her being the accomplice, but I don't believe it either. Um, I don't even know why people think it's Kelly. I haven't seen any, like, reasoning. Let's see. I guess people think since she's so unsuspecting that she would be the accomplice. But I don't know. I just don't see that for Kelly at all either. Um, let's see. We have who else? Lauren. I could see Lauren being the accomplice, but um, she didn't really do anything in the premiere, to be honest, to stand out. I don't think. Um, Let me check the DR counts for the premiere. No, I don't want. This is nope. Dang it. Yeah, whatever. Okay, the premiere or DR accounts for the premiere. We had. Yeah, they all had like really normal counts. Also, Mickey. I don't really think Mickey would be the accomplice either. She doesn't seem like the person that would. Um, at first, I thought it might be her, but now I feel like it's way too obvious that it's her to be her. So that's why I don't think it's Mickey. Um, let's see. I think that's everyone else. So let me go ahead and talk about the person I think it is. The person that I'm pretty sure it is the accomplice. So let's scroll back up. Oh, Catherine. I don't think it's Catherine either. It might be, but I just don't feel like it is. But the person that I am about to bring up has a lot of stuff against her to be the accomplice. So, or like a lot of things that are pointing towards her, I guess I should say. And that is, where is she? Amy. So at first I thought Amy was way too obvious to be the accomplice, but then um, started seeing people talk about her online and actually give it reasons that it is her. So let's see. Let me see if I can pull that up actually. 1 second. I'm going to switch this back to the thing. And I'm going to see if I can pull up Blue Sky. The page that I am going to be talking about is Big Brother Gossip. They're the one that has a bunch of stuff. I've also seen other people talking about it before them, but I think this is the easiest way to show. Like, the reasoning, I think. So let's go here. Alright. So, Blue Sky. This is, oh, let me post. Click in. Watching the last night's episode to follow Amy's every move. Someone pointed out last night that she has an eye necklace. Could that be a hint? That might, but I don't think about, don't think that's anything. It might be, but that's not one of the main reasons, I don't think. When we have Amy was the second in the house. When the first four ran up the stairs, she was last. Could see an edit on Sunday's show showing us her dropping back to activate the clock under the stairs. Maybe. There's a view where you can see the circuit breaker attached to the stairs. Let's see. So it's right under there. I don't know about that. Or, I thought it was like right there, but yeah. There it is. You can see it clearly there, pointing out towards the kitchen. And here it's Amy putting something in that pocket. Let's see. Here you can see Amy's definitely putting something in her pocket, it looks like. Or taking something out. And just to include in the timeline, here's Amy putting the remote or whatever back in to hide the relic. Spotted. Let's see. Yeah, it does, like, she's definitely holding something there. You can see her hand like move up to above Catherine's head. Yeah, that's Catherine, right? Yeah. Just watched the rest of the show and didn't see anything super suspicious. CBS gave us a lot of close-ups when you consider. Yeah, we definitely are like. I definitely agree with that after watching the premiere. It does seem like we did get a lot of like close-ups on Amy specifically. Right before Jolie announces the accomplice, Rachel, look where Amy is sitting. Almost like she was the last one there. Maybe she was upstairs unlocking the door for Rachel. Also, there's not a picture of her here. But, I'm pretty sure earlier we saw, Amy. She was upstairs. I think that was probably when they were touring when they first walked in. Amy was upstairs with the rest of them. But she was really studying the one picture, and that picture is the wall where Rachel came in. So it definitely could be Amy. So I'm pretty, like, I think it has to be Amy now. Let's see. Um, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that it's Amy. After like seeing these threads by Big Brother Gossip and everyone else, and just it just makes sense that it's Amy. Let's see. Amy. Oh yeah, we have this picture of her too. This is at the competition. It looks like, but she definitely has something in that pocket, and it's not a microphone pack. Usually they're in the back pockets. People are trying to say that it's a snack, but that doesn't make sense. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's the clip where Amy's getting something out of her pocket. Let's see. Amy and Rachel are similar in age. That does make sense, kind of like. Um, they are similar in age, similar like. I guess they'd fill the similar stereotype or whatever. Um, yeah. I'm definitely thinking it's Amy. And also, like, I don't know. Just like, it seems like it's really obviously Amy. Alright. Also, make sure to follow me on Blue Sky. It's at Front Porch RealiTea at Blue Sky. It's my account. Haven't posted that much, but I am going to be here a lot more. Also, something I wanted to bring up. Did anyone else think the premiere episode felt darker than usual? Like, especially in the DR session, it was just like the lighting was super dark. It felt like I couldn't hardly see a few things. It was kind of annoying. Okay. Let me cut back to the thing. This. Here we go. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the cast now. And how my thoughts changed on them over the premiere. So we have Adrian. Adrian actually surprised me a little bit. He felt a lot more calmer in the house than he did, like, in the interviews. So maybe that's a good thing for him. But also in the DR, he was still going like 100 miles an hour, it felt like. So he could definitely be like the Quinn of the season, I feel like. He can make it to the jury, maybe. If he tries to lean back like this. Amy, of course, I was just talking about her. Ashley, I liked Ashley, but she did say that she was going to try and stay away from competitions in the beginning. Then she wanted to play in the first head of household. Also, you can see in the there's a clip of her in the DR. One of them says, "I do not want to be or play in this HOH." Then, like a little bit later, you can see it's pretty much the same DR because she does the same like motion and everything. She says, "I do want to play in this HOH." So it's like, I guess they edited it. It's kind of weird that she wanted to do it because that's one of the main things she wanted to do in the beginning was like lay low, kind of. Also, we have Ava. Ava is definitely one of the best in the DR already. When Rachel came in, she was like, "It's not just a house guest; it is the house guest." I think is what she said, something like that. She's already had some iconic clips, and it's only been the first episode. And you can't spell lava without Ava. That was funny too. It's one of the only things I remember from her. Will, he's pretty cool. We didn't see much from him in the premiere. I just hope he doesn't get targeted so quickly. Zay, another person we didn't see much in the premiere of. We did see that Zay and Keanu were kind of forming a bromance already, it seemed like. Jimmy, okay. So Jimmy's another one we have a little bit to talk about here. He won the competition where, let's see, I don't like that. Okay. Anyways, he won the competition. It was head of household relic competition or whatever. I don't know exactly what it's called. But he found the relic that was missing that fell after the lights turned off. He had to the 8 players in their competition had to look for a box with like 4 different jewels and keys and all this stuff. And if they could find the right box, they won the competition. So Jimmy was the first one to do that, and his prize for that was the power to select 4 people to play in the head of household competition. So that's one thing I did not like about the premiere was the competition. I felt like everyone should be able to play in the first HOH. But then we saw pretty much everyone say they did not want to play in the first HOH, which was weird. But we had Jimmy picked himself. Then he also picked Ashley, Adrian, and Vince. Because they all said they wanted to, and he felt safe with them. Then we had Catherine. Catherine didn't really have much from her in the premiere. I felt like I don't remember pretty much anything of her, actually. Then Keanu. Really like Keanu. As I said in the stream before this, he is my winner pick. We did see that bromance I mentioned with him and Zay. Also, a lot of people were mentioning him being strong. So hopefully that doesn't put him on the target list already. He was the first person to find the secret bedroom. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would take forever to find it. But he found it first. And then we had Kelly. Didn't see much from her in the premiere. The most I really remember about her is that she visited 50 states, half of Mexico, and 42 countries or whatever. I don't know why that was such a big deal in her intro package. 42 countries, half of Mexico. Why half of Mexico? Why did she have to make a big point about that? But yeah, Lauren. I actually liked Lauren a lot in the premiere. We didn't see much of her, but I do think she's gonna be kind of fun. She does kind of remind me of like a Mackenzie, maybe. So I could definitely see her having a similar run to Mackenzie. Mickey. Mickey. I liked her, but kind of disappointed me. She was hanging out with Riley a lot. Even took Riley's hat for a while. I hope they don't get in a showmance. That's one of the last ones I would have expected preseason. But now it seems like it could be possible. I don't know. I don't really want that to happen. I feel like that'll be kind of weird, to be honest. But I could definitely see it happening now because of how the premiere went. Morgan, of course, I really like Morgan. But one of the things she talked about almost every confessional she had, she was talking about being a gamer, I felt like. And that was annoying. Hopefully that's not her whole thing this season. I'm a gamer, I'm a gamer, I'm a gamer. Like, we get it, girl, you're a gamer. I think that'll just be the premiere thing, but we'll see. Riley, not much to say about him. Um, he didn't really surprise me, he didn't upset me. He was just there, to be honest. Vince, okay. We have a lot to talk about with Vince. He was one of the four that played in the head of household along with Jimmy, Ashley, and Adrian. Vince won the head of household. He's the first head of household of the season. So for the head of household competition, it was one of the competitions that they've did before. You have like this big pole sticking up, and then there's like these kind of like scale type things, or like seesaw, I guess you could say. Like poles that stick out of the main pole that sticks up out of the ground. I don't know how to explain it, but I think y'all probably know what I'm talking about. They had that same competition in the reindeer games, I think. You know, if I remember correctly, Taylor won it. But, yeah, Vince won that head of household playing that. He balanced the balls for 10 seconds, and he just barely made it because the ball was about to fall off as the timer went off. So we got lucky with that. Then we have Zach. He won the first competition where they had to find Julie. They had to build a bridge and then listen to the door. Then they would give a clue about Julie's, like, what she was wearing in the premiere. And if they got it right, they went and grabbed a key card off a stand, and then they had to open the door. Then Julie actually was in the room, which shocked me. I thought she was just gonna be like a screen or whatever, but that was cool. And Zach only won 10K, so that was kind of unfair because Zach won 10K, Jimmy won power. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure Julie said both of them were game-changing powers before the competitions. And $10,000 is not a game-changing power. It's just a prize. So that didn't make sense, but yeah. Then also we had the iconic entrance of Rachel Riley in like the last 10 minutes of the show. She came in the secret door at the top, then walked down, did her whole big thing. That was iconic. Walking down the stairs. RealiTea. That's awesome. Already had an iconic diary session. DR session. Also, I wanted to bring up the confessional count real quick. I do have like my own confessional count, but right now it looks really weird because it's white. The episode 1 thing is white. I didn't want to change it just for this 1 week. So I'm going to wait until I get like next episode tomorrow and maybe the Wednesday and Thursday episode until I share the DR count on my social medias. But I do have another DR count here that someone else made. Let's see. It's Clamper LS4 on Twitter. I don't use Twitter much, but this is one of the accounts I do follow. She does DR accounts every week. But for the premiere episode, Vince had 12 DRs. And like, let me pull up last season's real quick. and show you all that, because I do have last season's DR counts on my Instagram. Um, and I'll give you like peek of what they'll look like when they're being posted for this season. Let me pull it up here. Where is it? No, not 2023. Trying to find like the episode here, or not episode, the whatchamacallit, DR counts. Okay, so this is for last season. Let's see. This is the DR count, and as y'all can see, everyone pretty much had a 3 DRs. So that was just the first half. The other half was on a night 2 premiere. But Angela, Cam, Chelsea, Chemo, Mackenzie, Verbena, they all had 3 DRs. The only 2 that had 2 were Joseph and Tucker. We do have DR counts after the next episode as well. Or this is like after the week, I think. So we had the blue here is the week 2. Actually Matt, or episode 2, or yeah, 2. Cedric and Matt had more DRs than the others. Also, Chelsea had a DR then too. It's kind of weird. But at the end of week 1, obviously Angela had the most DRs because we had the big crazy eye blow up. We had, of course, Angela was HOH, so that's another reason why hers is a little bit higher. But then let me show you all the pre or post season DR count. This is after the finale. This is kind of what it'll look like, except it'll be on a different background this year. But Chelsea had the most DRs, over 250. And I could maybe see the winner of this season having more than that. Because we do have longer episodes each Wednesday now. And also Vince already has 12. Oh crap. Sorry. I dropped my water bottle. Okay. Then Jimmy has 11 DRs. Adrian has 6. Ashley and Zach both have 5. Ava and Mickey both have 4. Amy, Keanu, Kelly, Lauren, and Morgan and Will all have 3 DRs in the premiere. Catherine and Riley both have 2. Then Rachel and Zay both have 1. So, already everyone else has like a lot more DRs than last season. That's crazy because last season we had like split in half. So you would think that they would have more DRs each day, or each person would, but I guess not. But I guess since they had the like head of household competition and all of those competitions, they have more DRs from everyone. So yeah, I would expect Vince to have like probably around 30 by the end of the week. Because we'll have tomorrow, then we'll have the Power Veto episode on Wednesday, which is also 90 minutes. Every Wednesday is going to be 90 minutes this season. So I could see Vinny having, I don't know why I keep calling him Vinny. It's Vince. I could see Vince having like 30 at the end of the week. Then also whoever he nominates, they'll probably have a lot more too. Also, we do know that the AI Arena is back. I already mentioned that a few streams ago, but it's a BB Blockbuster. I don't like that name at all, to be honest. It's like weird. I wish they just stuck with like Big Brother Arena or something like that. But it seems like this is actually going to be like a main change to the show. Kind of like how the head of household and the power of veto were. Which I like, but hopefully it's not throughout the whole season, and hopefully it's like last season where it ended at the jury phase. Because I don't know, I'll just all the comp beasts would make it to the end if we have it um, all the time. So if it ends at the jury phase, that would be perfect. Anyways, I don't really have any more thoughts about this premiere. I'll probably go live again next weekend to talk about the whole week. Talk about who the accomplice is, if they're evicted or whatever, and all that. Let's see. Alright. Anyways, I am going to go and get off here. If y'all enjoy the stream, make sure to like, subscribe, hit post notifications. I'll be back soon. Also, go follow me on Instagram. It's Front Porch RealiTea1. Reality spelled RealiTy. So not like this channel, but the actual word reality. Also, I have Instagram or Facebook and Blue Sky as well. So if you want to follow me there, make sure to do that. Anyways, I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.